How to address stress. Today's objectives are we will talk about stress and how to use healthy coping strategies to deal with stress. We'll get started by talking about what stress is. So, stress is what you feel when you're worried or uncomfortable about something. Worrying in your mind can make your body feel bad. When you're stressed, you may feel angry, frustrated, scared, afraid, other feelings, which can give you a stomach ache or a headache. So we noticed this kid here. He's got lots of different feelings, right? We'll watch a video about stress.
The things that worry me, school grades. I'm going to be driving soon, so I guess driving on the road with other people who are drunk, possibly.
What causes drama is that when you go out with a boy, you always know that somebody likes that boy.
Some of the stress I feel in my life is maybe comes from school or my parents. I get into a few arguments with my parents.
School is pretty stressful, tests and quizzes and homework and studying and all this and all that.
Mainly, I worry about my grades. I don't really like having bad grades. Like if I get a C or a D, that really upsets me.
They come up to you and say, "Oh, you have my man. Oh, you have my girl. We're going to fight over this. I'm going to start saying all this about you."
What's hard about high school is, 8th grade, they're kind of just easy on you, and then you go into 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, and they get harder on you, and they're getting harder on you because you need to go to college.
There's definitely some pressure and stress in my life with trying to balance so many different activities and the academics and everything.
Senior year, I'm in a giant pool of stress because I have to figure out everything that's going to happen next year, moving on in my life. And kind of sometimes I just need to step back from it and, sit down and think to myself, okay.
Music does help me with my stress.
I like to be by myself when I'm upset.
Playing the drums is a huge escape. It gets a lot of anger out, and it's physically exercising. It's just really fun. You get to hit things and make loud noises. So really trying to find those times where I can just take a little step back from all the pressure and the stress, that really helps. And so I try to do that as much as possible.
It's all going to happen. It's going to be okay. You just have to take it as it comes, roll with the punches.
So, what are some things that make you feel stress in your life? You can write that down or just think about it. I know some things that have caused me some stress recently are just finding the time to do all of the different work I have. And just balancing being able to see my friends and talk to family or not see or not talk to them. So just all of those different things been causing me stress. So coping with stress. When strong feelings come up, we all have ways we try to cope with them. When we think of coping, that means handling something successfully. So if you don't cope well with stress can really hurt you. So we'll watch a video about this.
In a busy world with unending work and responsibilities piling up, stress can get to the best of us. But how bad is it for you, really? Can stress actually kill you? From a biological perspective, stress makes perfect sense. If you're about to get chomped on by a bear, your stress hormones better kick your butt into gear. But it turns out that your mortgage, unemployment, and looming exam all trigger the same stress response in your body. And unlike most animals, which eventually experience a major decrease in these hormones, humans can't seem to find the off switch. Even though it's not life and death, our psychological woes consistently bathe our bodies in these hormones, making our heart pound, muscles tense, and stomach turn. In Japan, they have the term koroshi, which literally translates to death from overwork. In what is now deemed an overworking epidemic, these individuals who are seemingly healthy and in their prime suddenly die. After being officially recognized and documented in Japan, these sudden heart attacks and strokes were quickly linked to stress. But how does stress cause this? Cortisol is one of the main stress hormones, which helps divert energy to where you need it and away from non-essential functions of the body. But with chronic stress exposure, problems arise. The immune system shuts down, inflammation is inhibited, white blood cells are reduced, and susceptibility to disease increases. Some evidence also suggests that prolonged stress may be involved in the development of cancer. When looking at the arteries of macaque monkeys, those under significant stress have more clogged arteries. This prevents blood from getting to the heart quickly during stress and can ultimately lead to heart attacks. The brain also takes a toll. When looking at mice exposed to stress, we see dramatically smaller brain cells with fewer branch extensions than normal mice. This is particularly prevalent in the areas associated with memory and learning, which may stir up some memories for you of those wonderful all-night study sessions. The acute stress and sleep deprivation can make it increasingly difficult to remember the things we want to. Perhaps the most telling story is in our DNA. We contain something called telomeres at the end of our chromosomes, which decrease in size with our age. Our video on aging here explains this process. Eventually, the telomeres run out, at which point the cell stops duplicating and dies. So telomeres are directly related to aging and length of life. And it turns out, stress may actually accelerate the shortening of these telomeres. But not all hope is lost for the perpetually stressed. Another hormone, oxytocin, has been shown to reduce this stress response. It helps your blood vessels relax and even regenerates the heart from stress-related damage. So how do we get more oxytocin? It's sometimes dubbed the cuddle hormone because it's released during positive social interactions and while caring for others. People who spend more time with others create a buffer or resilience to stress. So when life gets the best of you, just remember, you don't have to go it alone. Spend some time with those you love. It may just save your life. Got a burning question you want answered? Ask it in the comments or on Facebook and Twitter. And if you want the inside scoop on upcoming episode ideas and behind the scenes, check out our personal Instagram and Twitter handles. And subscribe for more weekly science videos.
So the best way to keep stress under control is to have a balanced life. Now this one can be pretty hard. So that means making time to take care of yourself. For example, if you're only dealing with schoolwork and have no time to play, you can get stressed. So we notice this person, they have 2 arms physically, but they have a lot of different things to balance. Looks like they have at least 6 things to balance. They're thinking about money and budgets. They're thinking about work, maybe travel, or socializing, playing, having fun, talking to friends or loved ones, sharing time with them. So we want to try to make sure that you keep yourself in mind. So when we think of self, we can think of sleep, exercise, leisure, another way to say that is something fun, and food. And some coping strategies for when you're stressed. Now, these are 5 things that we can try. There are definitely other good things that we can try. But notice I'm saying try, because it can be hard to do things, even if they're things that we normally do when we're stressed. So the first one is to get support. This could be talking to a friend or another trusted adult, such as a parent, a relative, school counselor, a coach, teacher. We're also going to be leaving few different phone numbers and websites that you can access if you need someone to talk to if you're feeling unsafe or overwhelmed or other strong emotions. Okay. Second thing is try not to freak out. Now we'll try to notice your feelings, think about why you're feeling that way, and then try to find a way to calm down. Maybe taking deep breaths, listening to music, writing in a journal, playing with a pet if you have one, or doing whatever it is that helps you be in a better mood that is safe. Third, don't take it out on yourself, or try not to take it out on yourself. Remember that there are always people to help you. Try to be kind to yourself. Number 4, try to solve the problem. So after you're calm, and you have some support from adults, friends, try to figure out what the problem is. 'Cause maybe you can begin by solving a piece of it, breaking it down. Last one, trying to be positive. Because most stress is temporary, meaning that it's not going to last forever. And it may not seem like it when you're in the middle of a stressful situation, but things can get better. So, what are some things that help you when you're feeling stressed? Is it writing, running, going for a walk, talking to a friend, reading, exercising, sleeping, eating, something else? Thanks. So this lesson was adapted from this website here. But I also want you to remember I'm going to put in some resources in the description that you can use if you need someone to talk to or if you'd like some more information about eating healthy or sleeping better. So there's going to be some links in the description. Okay? Thanks, everyone.